Would you dare to land on these runways? I'm talking about places where the landing is more of an extreme sport than a routine procedure. For most of us, flying is just a way to get from one place to another, but for the pilots landing at these airports, it's a high-stakes challenge every single time. And for the passengers, well, let's just say you'll be gripping your armrests a little tighter than usual. Today, we're counting down the top 7 most dangerous runways in the world. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will have a whole new level of respect for pilots. We're going to take you on a virtual tour to some of the most insane, heart-stopping, and downright terrifying airports on the planet. We're talking about runways perched on the edge of cliffs, runways so short they look like a mistake, and even one that has a public road running straight through it. It's absolutely crazy. Kicking off our list at number 7, we are heading to the gateway of Mount Everest, Lukla Airport in Nepal. If you're planning to climb the world's tallest mountain, this is most likely where your journey begins. But honestly, just landing here is an adventure in itself. This airport sits at a staggering altitude of over 9,300 feet, where the air is thin, which means planes need to come in faster to generate enough lift. It sounds terrifying, and believe me, it is. The pilots who fly here are some of the most skilled in the world, and they have to be. The runway itself is impossibly short, measuring only about 1,700 feet. To put that in perspective, a typical international airport runway is over 10,000 feet long. There is absolutely no room for error. Pilots get one shot at landing and that's it. There's no go-around because at one end of the runway is a solid mountain wall, and at the other end is a sheer 2,000-foot drop into a valley. For our number 6 spot, we're flying over to the beautiful French Alps to visit Courchevel Altiport. This place is famous for being a luxury ski resort, but it's also infamous among pilots for having one of the most demanding runways in the world. It's so unique that it was even featured in the James Bond movie Tomorrow Never Dies. And trust me, you need some James Bond level skills to land here. The runway is incredibly short, just a little over 1,700 feet long, similar to Lukla, but it has a crazy twist that makes it even more challenging. The runway has a dramatic downward gradient of 18.6%. That's not a gentle slope, it's practically a ski jump. Pilots have to land on the uphill section to help slow the plane down, and they have to take off on the downhill section to gain enough speed. Coming in at number 5 is an airport that you've probably seen all over social media. We're talking about Princess Juliana International Airport in St. Maarten. This place is world famous, not just for its beautiful beaches but for the absolutely insane way planes land here. The runway is located right behind Maho Beach, and when large planes like a Boeing 747 or an Airbus A340 come in to land, they have to fly just a few dozen feet over the heads of beachgoers. It is an unbelievable spectacle that attracts thousands of tourists who want to experience the jet blast. At just 7,500 feet, it's barely long enough for heavy, long-haul jets. To land safely, pilots have to touch down at the very beginning of the runway, which means they have to fly an extremely low approach over the water and the beach. When a heavy jet powers up its engines for takeoff, it creates a powerful jet blast that can literally blow people and their belongings into the water. There are warning signs all over the beach, but that doesn't stop thrill seekers from holding on to the fence for the ride of their lives. For our number 4 spot, we're heading back to the Himalayas, to the Kingdom of Bhutan, and its only international airport, Paro Airport. This airport is considered so dangerous that fewer than 24 pilots in the entire world are certified to land here. That's not a typo. Only a handful of elite pilots have the skill and training required to navigate this approach. It's one of the most exclusive clubs in aviation for a very good reason. The airport is nestled deep in a narrow valley surrounded by Himalayan peaks that soar up to 18,000 feet. The approach is not a straight line, it's a terrifying winding path through the mountains. Pilots have to perform a series of sharp, almost 45-degree turns to line up with the runway, all while flying completely on manual control. There are no advanced navigation aids here. It's pure visual flying, relying on landmarks and the pilot's incredible skill to avoid hitting the mountainsides that are dangerously close. Cracking our top 3 is an engineering marvel that is also, well, a pilot's nightmare. Madeira Airport in Portugal, officially named Cristiano Ronaldo International Airport. Now this airport sits on a beautiful island, but its location creates some serious problems for pilots. The island is famous for its extreme weather, especially those incredibly strong and gusty crosswinds that come whipping off the Atlantic Ocean. So instead of leveling mountains to fix it, engineers did something incredible. They built a runway extension out over the ocean, perched on a massive platform supported by 180 gigantic concrete columns, some of them nearly 200 feet tall. While it's an amazing feat of engineering, landing on what's basically a bridge over the ocean is, let's just say, an unsettling experience. Pilots have to perform a pretty tricky maneuver on their approach. Because of the surrounding terrain, they can't just fly straight in. They have to aim the plane towards the mountains and then make a sharp, last-minute right turn to line up with the runway. And here we are at the #1 most dangerous and, frankly, the most bizarre airport in the world, Gibraltar International Airport. What makes this place so uniquely perilous isn't just mountains or short runways, it's something you would never, ever expect to see at an international airport. The main runway is actually intersected by a major 4-lane public road. I'm not kidding. Winston Churchill Avenue, the busiest road in Gibraltar, runs directly across the middle of the runway. Every time a plane is scheduled to land or take off, they have to close the road. They use simple railroad-style crossing gates and traffic lights to stop all the cars, motorcycles, and pedestrians. It's a logistical nightmare, honestly. The road has to be cleared, checked, and secured before any aircraft can move. Imagine being stuck in traffic because a 747 needs to cross the road. It's absolutely surreal. This creates a unique and constant risk of an aircraft colliding with a vehicle if there's any kind of miscommunication or error. On top of this insane design, the airport is plagued by extremely difficult weather conditions. It's wedged between the Rock of Gibraltar on one side and the Bay of Algeciras on the other. This geography creates powerful, unpredictable crosswinds and turbulence that funnel through the strait. And to make things worse, sea fog can roll in with little warning, reducing visibility to nearly zero. A public road, vicious winds, and dense fog. Gibraltar International Airport combines multiple dangers into one truly unforgettable and terrifying experience, making it our #1. And that's a wrap on the top 7 most dangerous runways in the world. From the high-altitude terror of Nepal to the public road crossing in Gibraltar, these airports are a testament to the incredible skill, precision, and courage of the pilots who navigate them every single day. It really makes you appreciate a normal, boring landing at your local airport, doesn't it? These runways aren't just strips of asphalt, they are lifelines for their communities and gateways to some of the most beautiful and extreme locations on Earth. So, the big question is, after seeing all of this, would you ever fly to any of these places? Are you an adrenaline junkie who would love the thrill of landing at Lukla, or would you rather stay on solid ground? We want to hear from you. Let us know in the comments which airport you think is the scariest. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more jaw-dropping videos. See you in the next one.